few, I reckon every second week, like, roughly. Just based on our own schedule for soccer, what's around. Because then even Saturday, Friday games on the other side of town. I don't know if you're the Derby City games, which will be good, but as well, it's a long ride, you know what I mean? Like, you get over midnight. They start at 7:45, it's not too bad, but if I'm like, I'll go straight from the office in the city, and then I've got to go out to the other way. So that's only my area.
What do you guys do? Yeah. Your dad's home, you didn't know he goes to too close to him.
Yes, Manny.
Yeah,
Really? Wasn't even like it was cold tonight. It wasn't even like cold. He's getting fat on him.
Julian Recchio started last week. He was okay, but he's week.
Yeah.
For the transfer window, I think. And then, yeah, we've probably had a win 4 of our last 8, maybe. So, not the best. See how we go.
Yeah.
Not too long from the
They're doing well.
table, like, it's so close.
Yeah. Well, they beat Northwood City.
Yeah, Albans. 2-1? 3-2 or something.
Yeah. Was that last week?
It was very recently.
Last week was against. No.
It's hard to keep track.
Oh, no.
What are we, 18 weeks in?
Yeah. So the transfer window's now officially open. So I saw Danny signed up to play for Newcastle.
Them and Gully. Gully's going to Albans.
Someone was saying inside of the goal, they reckon they're not putting any money in. And they're just going, I don't know. I don't know. Next year that they'll start looking at putting money in, but what's going on there? Like,
They've already, their fate's already sealed, isn't it?
Yeah.
By the sound of that.
I think so. It's funny because they've got a good one.
The boys doing well.
Yeah, maybe they just don't on the soccer side of it. I don't know. But like, look at their facility. You'd think they'd be so much better. You want to do the intro or you want to do it?
Oh, right. So happy.
Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah.
Alright. Very sort of eerie, isn't it? Like
It is.
very kind
No,
of
really. Yeah.
subdued. Yeah, no, there's not many people.
You need to do a sound check at all? You're right.
Hello? Sorry. You need to do a sound check?
Sound check or?
You did one
Oh, you
already.
already did? Oh, good. The big yellow bus. But I think it's all fine for us anyway.
Yeah, it's all fine. But,
Even this morning, the Dolphins have been fine from both teams that are playing.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're happy, obviously. The job done, they've got through, but it's
Posted it, yeah. Fucking photos, incredible. Seen it, sir? Facebook there. Yeah, that one there, that's fucking gold. You remember what you said in the chat? No, race. You said the race. Out for the race. Nice and warm, boys.
Easy.
I actually don't know, man.
At least it's not windy.
You got tea or coffee up there or something to keep you warm?
Rakia, that's it.
Oh, wish we
That'll put you to sleep.
Red Bull, that's the one. Love that movie. Start off with the visitors here. Yes, we are.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 18 of Senol NPL Victoria action here at Churchill Reserve for this clash between St Albans Saints Dynamo and the visiting side Melbourne City. St Albans will be looking to avenge the 5-0 loss they had at the hands of Melbourne City earlier in the season, and there's definitely a lot to play for tonight, with both sides looking to push up the table in the race to finals football. We'll go through the Melbourne City lineup. The visitors will start in goals. Number 1, Lachlan Charles. Number 3, Ryan Calms. Number 5, Matthew Baker. Number 6, Angus McIntosh. Number 7, Aaron Cartwright. Number 8, Christian Polizudis. Number 9, Tobias Servin. Number 11, Akeem Gerald. Number 12, Isaiah Boston. Number 14, Roland Balla. And number 56, Dominic Aravanis. The only change in their starting lineup is Tobias Servant coming in for Julian Recchia. And I forgot to mention, folks, my name is Ivan Grgic, and I will hand over to my co-commentator tonight, Tonchi Prusats. Welcome, Tonchi.
Good evening, Ivan, and absolute pleasure. We don't like the limelight. We like to be behind the microphone. So we're not important. What is important here, folks, are the two teams in blue. St Albans Dynamo in navy blue. They'll be kicking to the right of your screen. And Melbourne City in sky blue. They'll be kicking to the left. The big blue derby. Oh, that's what we're going to call it. And now the home side, we're going to go through the team. They also enter this game, enter the arena with one change from last week. In goals, Marko Bulic. Number 4, Lachlan Weir. Fletcher McFarlane, number 5. Anthony Leban, 6. Number 8, Joseph Cholina. Number 10, Joshua Gulevsky. Joey Monek, number 11. Michael Martinovic, number 16. Making a return to the starting 11 is Captain Aaron Anderson, and he's replacing Ajak Dure. Jerome Charan, number 19, and number 27, Nicholas Kirk. Now, as soon as I said that the Dynamo will be kicking to the to the right of your screen, they've swapped over, and they will indeed now be kicking. As we get underway, they will be kicking to the left of your screen. And straight away, it's a frenetic opening as Melbourne City stream forward. And I can tell you now, is a thick mist has descended down upon Churchill Reserve. And it is going to make for very, very slippery conditions. But it's very eerie, Ivan, as well, because it's very quiet. You can really, really hear the players out in the middle.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame anyone tuning in from their couch at home tonight. Probably only 8 degrees here. Not a breath of wind in the air. Nice, calm evening for football. As we said, Tonchi, before, pitch is in fantastic condition. Should be no issues for either side trying to play their football. Of course, both of these sides do like to play with the ball on the deck. And both are full of technical and skillful players. As Adam Bavkart calls an early foul there on Melbourne City's left-hand side. Melbourne City coming into this one off a couple of losses. They did have a bit of a purple patch before that with 4 wins on the bounce. They'll be looking to rediscover some of their winning form tonight here at Churchill Reserve.
It's 7th versus 9th. Melbourne City in 7th position. A win here tonight will take them really on the cusp of the top 6, knocking on the door of the top 6. And as for St Albans Dynamo, they trail Melbourne City just by 2 points. So a win here tonight would see the Navy Blues overtake the Sky Blues. So I'm going to call it, Ivan, I'm going to call this a 6-point affair, this one. And it is a lot at stake. Now, as we said, it is very misty conditions. The dew is going to, as the night proceeds, is going to really, really thicken up underfoot. But the carpet is the ground is an absolute carpet at the moment. And we've got now Boston right in front of our commentary position for Melbourne City. Going all the way back to Aravanis. He's wearing the World Cup boots, it seems. The pink, predominantly pink colour. And really, conditions are absolutely ideal. It is a little bit on the nippy side, but as you mentioned, Ivan, not a breath of wind at the moment at all. And the grass, the surface here at Churchill Reserve. Now, I had the pleasure of calling last week's game between St Albans and Altona Magic with Stefan Đurić, but it was absolutely perfect then, and it's absolutely perfect now as we see Melbourne City trying to go forward, and the pace already is quite cracking, isn't it?
Yeah, Melbourne City have settled here, dominating the early stages of possession. Ball comes inboard to Gerald. Out wide to Boston. Well defended. And that will be a Melbourne City throw. Of course, Melbourne City last week, a 3-1 loss to Oakley Cannons. Always a tough ask travelling to Jack Edward Reserve. Oakley do find themselves on the top of NPL Victoria. The ball is with Gillespie. Circulates to Weir. Out to McFarlane. And to Anderson, who's back in the lineup this week. Melbourne City pressing with a 4-4-2 out of possession. Happy to let the centre-backs have it. Try and lull them into a riskier midfield pass. Of course, Tonchi, I did watch some of the highlights from last week. One feature I did notice, Anthony Levan made some fantastic runs into the box from that sort of deep line midfield position. Feel like him and Joseph Cholina, having played together for almost half a season now, they're really, building that chemistry together.
Absolutely. Those two are starting to click, and they're providing a lot of drive. And we know that Dinamo are very, very dangerous on the wings. And that's where they get a lot of their drive through players like Monek, Jerome Turan. Looks like tonight we've got Turan over here on the left, Monek out there on the right. But the midfield is key. And we saw that last year with Oliver Dragicevic and Joseph Cholina, how much drive they were getting from that middle. And Leban and Cholina now seem to be getting a really, really good partnership happening. But the most impressive thing about Leban last week and in recent weeks has been his aggressive nature. It seems ever since he's had a haircut and he used the number 2 razor, something's happened to him where he's started to develop a lot more of an aggressive streak, and that's really becoming quite dangerous as Turan for opposition players. As once again, was it Anderson there, quickly getting it back. Cartwright now for Melbourne City goes inboard, looking for options there. Polyzoudis now knocks it all the way back now to Aravanis. So the youngsters from Casey are knocking the ball around quite confidently in these opening stages of the game. Beautifully threaded pass there to Polyzoudis. Over on the right-hand side, cross comes into the far post, and it evades a couple of players, and it's taken a touch off a St Albans Dinamo player, and it will be a corner kick now to the Sky Blues.
Melbourne City did well to beat the St Albans press there. Ball into the box, well dealt with from St Albans. So we have our first corner of the encounter. Ball to the front post. Not cleared initially. And Adam Bavkat does call a hold there. Yeah, one matchup I'm looking forward to tonight, Tonchi, is on Melbourne City's left-hand side, St Albans right. Of course, Melbourne City's top goal scorer this season with 9 goals, Roland Balla, up against Michael Martinovic. That should be a fascinating contest. With Balla's pace and direct game, sure to cause some problems for St Albans. I think that will be one of the key matchups. And as you touched on, it's always crucial to win that midfield battle. So the likes of Cholina and Levan up against Polyzoudis and McIntosh. As here comes Lockie Weir. Ball into the box. Back post. Finds Joey Monek. Half probably wasn't expecting it to come through to him. And it's a Melbourne City goal kick.
I reckon you're right. I reckon that actually caught him off guard. That was a beautifully delivered cross on the left from Lachlan Weir. We've got some progress scores happening tonight. Friday night football, that's what it's all about over at Olympic Village. Heidelberg United taking on Oakley Cannons. And the score there is, we've just started the second half. It's still 0-0 over there, replicating the Socceroos match from earlier today. Dandenong City, though, they've got amongst the goals over at on the other side of town. They're taking on Avondale, and at half-time, it's Dandenong City leading Avondale 2-0. Over at Kingston Heath, Bentley Greens and Altona Magic, their game has just kicked off. It's 0-0 over there, as is the case over here at Churchill Reserve scores are still locked at 0-0, and we've gone something like 9 minutes now. Oh, and there was an opportunity for Melbourne City. It ricocheted off a couple of players there, and Marko Bulic in the end, I don't know if the first time he managed to sort of head it, and then second time Tobias Servin. And watch out for that young Tobias Servin now. He's a Geelong boy who's worked his way up. He was at Western United last year, has come through the junior ranks there, and former North Geelong Warriors player who, as is Anthony Leban, who now goes in hard for that ball. And here's an opportunity now for Gerald. Gets it out to the left-hand side. And here's an opportunity. And there is a goal, the first goal. And I believe that was Roland Bella. That's his 10th goal of the season. And he has scored now in the 10th minute. The Dinamo defenders will be kicking themselves. They gave him too much space there. And he was able to cut inside and unleash with a devastating left foot pile driver past Marko Bulic, who had no chance there. 1-0 here at Churchill Reserve.
Just in the play before, Marko Bulic did well to pull off the double save from Servin. And St Albans shortly after the cheap turnover. There's that man on the left-hand side. Roland Balla cutting in on his right foot, leaving Marko Bulic not much chance. And he adds his 10th, as Tonchi just touched on, his 10th goal of this Senol NPL Victoria campaign. The City on the attack again. Slip through the left-hand side. Balla across goals. Bulic does well. Interestingly as well for Melbourne City, Aaron Cartwright playing on his right-hand side. He's a natural left footer, so he'll look to cut in a lot. Try and interplay, whereas I'd say Balla would be the more direct of the two wingers tonight. Ball comes to Weir. Resets to McFarlane. Out to Bulic. Melbourne City inviting the press. Tight ball. China does well. Good pressure from City. Now they get out of it. Switch of play. Here's Chadhan. 1v1. Well defended by Isaiah Boston. Chadhan does well. Good tussle there. Melbourne City come away with it. But in steps Leban. Across to Gillespie. But Lockie Charles, not enough venom on that one to trouble him.
Well, we saw that aggressive element in Leban's play there. He really closed the player down. And he does it again. He's now opened up for Gillespie. Gillespie shoots across the face of goal. Charles, I think, got a fingertip to it, and the ball is going to go for a corner. On both occasions there, Leban was able to intercept the ball, and he indeed pressed there. So there's that aggressive element to his game that is really starting to come to the fore. Corner for St Albans Dinamo. An opportunity to restore parity towards the back of the post. Anderson heads it down. Cleared away by Melbourne City. And Bulic well off his line, but he's got this under control as the Melbourne City's players now start to stream forward. Bit of mucking around on that far side. Down the ball, now looking for, is it Nicholas Cook on the far side there? Players are starting to get lost in the mist. And it's been a great opening, fast opening. That goal certainly has opened things up, livened things up. But we can't speak more highly of this pitch. You watch the ball, especially when it's played along the ground, and it just absolutely glides along. Charles now, long ball, headed away by Weir. Cholina now, first touch was a bit bouncy. Leban now tried to look for Monek. Weir now, he manages to get that ball. He's fighting hard with it, and now he's just grabbed and almost tried to play tunnel ball on that occasion. It was Cartwright there who was right up his backside. But some tenacious play from both sides, Ivan.
Yeah, exactly right. Just with Melbourne City coming out from their keeper there. St Albans also mirroring that 4-4-2 out of possession. Ball in board. Here we go. City on the counter. Look for the switch. Can't get past Leban. The interceptor tonight so far, Tonchi. And Leban again. Out to Chatham. 1-2. Leban. 1v1 with McIntosh. Ball into the box. Cholina. Edge of the box. Joseph Cholina. Fantastic strike. Just misses Lockie Charles's right post. Fell nicely for him. And another chance created off the good work of Anthony Leban. Here we go. St Albans pressing a bit higher. Looking to lock City in. Well played from Gerald. Ball over the top. And now they're out. And it is a bit misty, Tonchi, but that one was clearly a handball. And Adam Babka has called likewise.
Let's go!
Cam Watson calling for his troops to get the ball moving here. Diagonal ball. Chatham against Boston. Boston does well. Chatham's got Weir in support. Comes back out to McFarlane. To Anderson. Press from Gerald. Martinez just loses his footing. And that will be a turnover. Melbourne City, 1 goal to the good. Probably the only very clear chance so far. St Albans have had a few good balls into the box. Looking to apply some more pressure and build some momentum here in their search for an equaliser. City do well to circulate. Polizudis out to Boston. Now McIntosh. Cartwright, sorry. Cartwright on his left foot. And Weir intercepts. Here's Weir.
Get him the ball, get in good areas. Go.
Melbourne City looking to set that trap. Ready to pounce.
Yeah, good.
St Albans do well. Keeping the ball moving here. Cholina in this left back position. Goes back out into Weir. 1-2. Finds the diagonal run of Monek. Here we go. 1v1. Joey Monek. Ryan Carms. Carms does well, and that one is a corner kick.
At the same time that this match is taking place on pitch 1, over on pitch 2, and you can see in the distance over there, the senior women's, the St Albans Dynamo senior women's State League 1 side, they're taking on Mill Park. And in a big double header here, Friday night football at Churchill Reserve. Now, it was a free entry tonight, so the club wasn't charging for entry. Rather, they were taking donations for the Cancer Council of Victoria. So a worthy cause and a fantastic cause. And there is actually quite a good crowd now starting to build up as well. So it's all the money that was raised at the gates was given to the Cancer Council as a donation. And some Monek now with a shot that goes well over the crossbar. But it must be said that probably in the last maybe 5 to 10 minutes, St Albans have started to look a lot more dangerous going forward. And one of the big catalysts certainly has been Leban in the middle along with Cholina. And there's that engine that's just started to work. And it's taken that goal by Melbourne City after the first 10 minutes to really kind of liven it up from them. But here's an opportunity now for City as they go against the run of play. Ball out to Cartwright on the right-hand side. He comes to the edge of the box. He goes to the back post looking for options there. Boston now to Cartwright. Back to Boston. The goal scorer there. Boston tries to get around 1, 2 players. Cartwright knocks it out now to Gerald. And a little bit of mucking around a little bit too much. But Melbourne City seem to be able to get that ball back, and they do. They once again continue with the pressure. Boston, Cartwright.
Follow your runner.
And it's McIntosh who slips over and the ball goes out, almost getting the photographer there. And it is going to be a goal kick to St Albans. 18 and a half minutes gone. We're approaching the halfway mark of the opening stanza. And at the moment, it's Melbourne City with a commanding 1-0 lead here at Churchill Reserve.
Ball with Bulledge. Goes short to Anderson. 1v1 here. Boston and Chatham. Calms down the line, but can't keep it in play. St Albans on the ball. Melbourne City looking to engage them again with this press. Ball out to Weir. Cartwright does well, but Weir does even better. Here we go. Out to Chatham. 1v1 with Boston. Slips it through. Gulewski. Looking for a cross. Deflection. That will be another St Albans corner kick. Yeah, feature of their play here, Tomchi. They favoured this left-hand side. Building up through Lockie Weir and leaving that Jerome Chatham and Isaiah Boston 1v1, which Boston, you must be said, has had the better of so far. But I think Chatham will keep trying to evade his direct opponent. As Joey Monek comes to support for a short corner. But they will go direct. Ball into the front post. Can't beat the first man. Falls to Monek. Dinks it to the back. No one home. City clear. Out to Martinovic. St Albans right-hand side. Bulledge getting involved. St Albans happy to be patient in possession. Here's Servan with the press on Bulledge. Diagonal ball. Great feet from Bulledge. Comes back inboard. The switch is on to Chatham. Can they find it? They'll go to Weir first. And now they'll go to Chatham. 1v1 with Boston. Cuts inside. Slips it through. Just can't beat the City defender. And here's Boston. Chatham and Boston. Another good battle. St Albans retreat again. Happy to be patient again here, St Albans. Levan and Troy now looking to link up. Levan gets it. And just overcooks that. Plays the ball in front of Weir. And Isaiah Boston will take the throw-in here on this commentary side of Churchill Reserve.
Yeah, the sheer ferocity from both sides has been compelling to watch, I must say. And there we go. That slippery surface now is really starting to come to the fore. The dew is building up as that mist really descends down and turns into fog. Jerome Charan. And he's slipping. Players from both sides are actually starting to find they're really struggling with their footing. McFarlane all the way back to Bulledge. It's happened now on a couple of occasions, players from both sides. And that will be a telling factor as the game progresses. All the way back to Charles. He's another one of the exciting talents there at Melbourne City. There's going to be a free kick there against Monek. And a good 15 metres inside Melbourne City's defensive half. Halfway through this opening half, the first 10 minutes you could say was, I won't say all Melbourne City, but Melbourne City certainly dominated. These last 10 minutes, it's been more of a case of St Albans starting to look a little bit more dangerous going into attack. And here's an opportunity for Melbourne City, and a power shot there by Christian Polyzoudis, and the ball goes wide of the target. An opportunity now for the navy blues to kind of, or the royal blues actually. What would you call that colour? Actually, a lot of people have said St Albans Dynamo's tops this year. The Adidas tops are fantastic. I actually agree with that. The royal blue, as Bullich knocks it out to the far side, where Anderson hugging the line, looking for Nicholas Cook. Monek. Leban. Back to McFarlane. Bullich now in control, just inviting the Melbourne City players to come forward. They're content just to sit back and see what the Dynamo custodian will do. He once again goes over onto that right-hand side, intercepted. City now going forward. This is a dangerous scenario for Dynamo, but Turan's all the way back. He helps out. Ball goes forward now. Nicholas Cook now contending with a couple of players there. Boston goes into the middle, sprays it out to his left. Baker's got the ball. He goes out on the far side. And I think that's Balla, goal scorer. He gets around his player. He slips. And now they're both slipping, and it looks like it's going to be either a throw-in or a free kick. The throw-in. And it's Dynamo with the ball at the moment. Once again, the ball goes out of play, and it's come off a Dynamo play, so it's going to be a Melbourne City throw.
Yeah, a lot of the plays featured on this near side, Sonchi, so far, but a few exchanges on Melbourne City's left, St Albans right. St Albans just pumped it upfield, get some territory. City very comfortable in possession here. Calms to Aravanis, back to Charles, back to Calms. Happy to keep the ball, look for the diagonal. Well intercepted by Martinovic. Monek gets it. A little bit negative there from Anderson, but they do keep the ball. Here's McFarlane. Happy to drive. Weir. Looks for Chadhan in that channel. Chadhan gets a better of Boston. Right foot cross. Well cleared. Here's Cholina. Tees it up. Can't beat the first man. Leban flicks on. Boston away. St Albans with time on this right hand side. Leban. Good 1-2 with Cholina. Trying to get on top in the engine room. As McFarlane comes out wide to Weir. Ball into the box. Cook tries. Can't get his head on it. Leban intercepts. Sorry, Cholina. That's a Weir to Cholina. St Albans pressing here. Can they get a good ball into the box? Awkward one for Charles, but does do well to claim that on the half volley. St Albans a good minute or two there. Just need to extend that pressure, Tonchi, and try and fire a few shots off on target.
Yeah, they had a couple of opportunities, or a couple of half chances there. Here's an interception, and here's a chance for Nicholas Cook. He shoots. It's beautifully blocked at the last minute by a diving Melbourne City defender. They go back into it. The danger's not over for City. Jerome Turan, who's starting to really get involved on this left-hand side. Cholina, he too is another player that's starting to get involved. Knocks it all the way back to McFarlane, to Anderson. Anderson goes long, looking for and finding Golevsky on the edge of the box. He tries to keep it in play, unable to do so, and the ball is going to go for a goal kick. It's going to be a case of the team that really adapts to the conditions. And as you can see, the mist it's like a bushfire. It's coming across the pitch, And it's just, it is beautiful conditions for Friday night football. We're revelling here in the commentary position. It is cold, but it is very, very still. And we are watching at the moment a really good battle taking part in the middle of the pitch. And what a fantastic pitch it is.
Yeah, Tonchi, usually when we see that smoke, we're accustomed to some sort of barbecue or some sort of meat being cooked, but we can confirm there is no barbecue on the far side here of Churchill Reserve. Turnover. Melbourne City come away with it through Gerald. Uses his pace. Polizudis slips through. Cartwright on this right-hand side. Fantastic recovery. Well defended by Fletcher McFarlane. Could have been 2-0 there. Here we go. St Albans. Dinks it in to Cook. Aravanis tries to foul. Doesn't. Ball out wide. Right-hand side. Now they do retreat. Melbourne City did well there to get numbers back. Looking to attack down this left-hand side now. McFarlane to Weir. Happy to retreat to McFarlane. St Albans looking for a bit of width here. Try and stretch this Melbourne City defence. Diagonal ball. Boston intercepts. Just under hit a little bit. But St Albans starting to build these rotations. Cholina out on that left-hand side was looking to receive that one. Those midfield rotations will help unsettle the Melbourne City defence. And Aaron Cartwright there draws the foul from Lockie Weir. Adam Bavka just telling the boys to settle down, but it's been well-spirited so far, Tonchi.
He seems to have a really good rapport with a lot of these players, and I think the players at the same time are respecting. It's been a good battle. It's been a really good contest. Pretty ferocious at times, but it's been very much in the realms of good sportsmanship as well. So hopefully it continues like this. But as we said, we're really reveling. We're really enjoying this. We hope you are too, wherever you may be as well, tuning into this live stream. And I do believe there are a couple of other progress scores as well. Bentley Greens and Altona Magic. Altona Magic have taken a lead there after half hour. So they're 1-0. Still 2-0 Dandenong City. 60 minutes gone over there. And almost 75 minutes gone at Olympic Village. Heidelberg United and Oakley Cannons 0-0. So some interesting scores happening there as well, as the fog really starts to assume the role of the main character here at Churchill Reserve. And I know when the ball certainly goes on the far side, the Melbourne City players, they're hard to identify with their white numbering on the very light blue tops. With Dynamo, it's a little bit easier having the darker coloured kits, but nonetheless, as before too long, we'll be telling anecdotes and stories and jokes to fill in the gaps, because we won't be able to see the players. Like on that particular occasion, we can just guess. Well, it's McFarlane now going forward. That's very courageous of him. A marauding run by McFarlane. Gets dispossessed, and a little bit of WWE there by McFarlane on Aaron Cartwright, who's also drifted into the middle of the park. It's going to be a free kick by for Melbourne City. Half an hour gone, or in fact 32 minutes gone, and it is still 1-0 at the moment with Melbourne City in the lead.
Long ball, looking for Buller. Just gets overhit. Will be a goal kick. Yeah, we've seen a lot of St Albans playing those diagonal balls, fully aware that as the dew creeps in, it is going to be hard to keep those balls in play as they do skid off the surface. As the fog has well and truly set in here, Tonchi. We might need Adam Bavkar to have a GoPro on for the second half to bring you all some pictures. Boston wins the header, falls to Chutter. Here we go, on his bike. Cuts inside. Cartwright does well. Helps out his teammate. McIntosh. Ball deflects. Now it's Lachlan Charles. St Albans inviting that ball to the centre back. Lachlan Charles obliges. Aravanis, turnover. Chudden sliding in. Cholina in between the lines. Leban slips it in. Monek. Deflection. And Charles does well. Here we go. Left hand side. Martinovic does well to recover. Anderson retreats to Bullich. Well done, Leban. St Albans drive up this right-hand side. Here's Joey Monek. Good touch indoor. Left foot shot. Probably had time to take another touch. But the ball maybe sat up for him well. Decided to pull the trigger. Just not enough on that one to trouble Lachlan Charles. He's made a few saves tonight, but none have really truly tested him at this stage. Dominic Aravanis goes long this time. Looks for the 1v1. Cartwright, Weir. Cartwright gets in front. Weir recovers. But it will be a Melbourne City corner kick.
Yeah, there's been a couple of shots, or in fact several shots aimed directly at Charles. So he hasn't had too much to do other than just make sure that the ball doesn't go past him. And when it goes straight to you, it's chances are you're going to have a pretty good chance of saving it. And that's what he's done on each of those occasions. But all the action is now at the other end of the park, as the visibility factor is really starting to get lower and lower. But we do know that Melbourne City have got the corner. All the tall timber right in the goal mouth at the moment. Cleared away at the front post. Turan. He nips it over to Monek, who's now drifted to the left-hand side. Back to Turan. Takes a deflection. Baker not knocking it forward. It wasn't Baker, sorry. That was McIntosh knocking it forward. Aravanis going all the way back to Charles. Monek bearing down on him. A couple of 1-2s there. Back with Charles. The Citizens, as they are nicknamed, they're doing very well at the moment, managing to absorb a lot of pressure from the home side. With at least another 10 minutes to go in this first half. They're certainly dominating on the scoreboard, 1-0. Here's another opportunity for Melbourne City to go forward. Boston out to Cartwright, who's been really active all this opening half. His left foot effort doesn't really trouble Bullich. He flew, but he had that well covered, and the ball went well wide of the upright, well wide of the target, and a goal kick now for St Albans Dynamo to be taken by Marko Bullich. Hopefully he'll hug this near side and not the far side, because it's very difficult now to make out any of the players over on that side.
We can see about 4 or 5 people punching. It's all the officials in orange vests at this stage.
Yeah, they stand out.
Free header. That's a Weir. Anderson. Clears. Monek tries to get it. Can't get in front. Here we go. St Albans. Through Monek. Cuts onto his preferred left foot. Inboard. Cholina. Great tackle there from Polizudis. Ball out wide to Chudden. Here's Gillespie. Back to Chudden. Time. Lockie Weir. What can he do with his left? Great ball. Just flicked away. And here's the goal scorer, Roland Balla. Gets past Martinovic. And Adam Bavkar calls him back. And that will be the game's first yellow card to Michael Martinovic. Just at the back end of this first half. Of course, at did mention before, Melbourne City have lost their last couple of games. The depth of their squad has been tested. Of course, this period of the season where a lot of their arguably better young players were either away on international duty or be rested ahead of the A-League men's pre-season. The likes of Peter Antonio, Beckham Baker, Lawrence Wong, Medin Mehmedi, Besyan Kutleshi. So Melbourne City looking to call on some of their other youngsters. And I reckon Roland Balla will be happy with that because he's leading the Golden Boot at the moment, so he won't want any competition from the likes of Mehmedi. Of course, 10 goals to his name, Roland Balla. But they're all chasing Bruno Fornaroli this season, Tonchi, with a four-piece feed last week in that astonishing 11-0 win. Here we go, Cartwright to Polizudis. Back inboard to McIntosh. Boston, he's inverted from that right-back position. Finds Cartwright. Ball across. Cartwright is adjudged to be offside. Bullich looks to go quick. Tobias Servan just got in the way there. I hope he's not still travelling to Casey Field from Geelong, Tonchi. That would be a lot of petrol money down the drain.
Well, apparently he is. The Servan family, they've got one kid at Western United, one at the Melbourne Knights, one at Melbourne City. There's 3 sons involved, so they must be doing a lot of kilometres. But as we can see now, the ball is in the middle of the park. Speaking of Bruno Fornaroli, he has not scored tonight. At the moment, Avondale down 2-0 against Dandenong City. And that game is now really getting into the second half. So Dandenong City have found a real rich vein of form, the grand finalists from last year. Should they win against Avondale tonight, I think that's going to be 5 wins on the trot. So they're certainly in fine form. St Albans Dynamo's sister club. Dynamo now with the ball on the far side, on the near side. Fletcher McFarlane, Lockie Weir, who's been one of Dynamo's best players in the opening half, on this left flank. McFarlane back to Bullich. We're into the 42nd minute, so Melbourne City will be very keen for the score to stay as is and things to remain as they are. However, Cartwright going forward now. This is a dangerous situation for St Albans, and Balla, he had 2 players there. He almost got onto his left foot there, but in the end, Dino managed to clear it. They've got the ball in the middle of the park. I think that's Leban out, who manages to get a free kick. He's pleading with the referee to give him a yellow card. Adam Babka decides no, as the ball now is in deep inside the Dynamo attacking half towards the back post. Lockie Charles manages to get both his hands onto that one. And there's only about 3 minutes left of regulation time, so all eyes will be on the 4th official very shortly, as City now knocking the ball in their back half. Just inviting Dynamo to come towards them. Here now, Cholina. Back to McFarlane, back to Bullich. That was a nice ball to Weir. Sliced the Melbourne City side there. Galevsky to Cholina. He's got the captain's armband tonight. He goes to Leban. Looking for Monek. He's on his right foot. Can he get on his left foot? He knocks it to Charles. Charles fumbles it the first time, but he recovers quite well and manages to keep it in his possession. And now he's going to slow the ball down as we fast approach the 44th minute of this opening half.
Ball out to Aravanis. Long down the line. McFarlane inboard. No one there for second balls. Ball across. Tries to find Bala. Can't get through. That ball's just gone into the fog. Eventually does drop towards Monek and Baker. Interception from St Albans. Driving through the middle of the park. Ball out to Cartwright on this near side. Back to Boston. Back to Charles. Cook presses. Out to the left-hand side, through Carnes. Looks for Baker, can't find him yet. Long ball to Servan, over here. Fogg has absolutely covered Churchill Reserve here. Final few stages of this first half. And a throw in on the far side coming in from Melbourne City. Ball retreats back to Charles. Visibility not very great at the moment. Nonetheless, the ball goes forward to Polizudis. Anderson to McFarlane. McFarlane does well. Looks for Weir. Weir gets it. Left foot. Slips through Chatham. Cuts inside on Boston. Chatham. Inboard. Out wide. Monek. Cut back. And that one is adjudged to be offside. Just one additional minute here, folks. Might need to get some leaf blowers or something of the sort to get rid of this fog at half time, Tonchu. If it sets him any further, not sure how they can continue play, but we'll see what happens.
At least if it was a barbecue, it'd smell nice. But like this, it's just rather irritating for us commentators. I'm sure it's for the officials down on the sidelines and the coaches, but also for the players out there, because on that occasion, I'm not sure, I think it was Leban, probably could have had a shot. Either he wasn't confident or he just couldn't see the target, to be honest, and he passed it on to Monek, who then from an angle had a shot, and once again, it's very difficult to see anything at the moment. I believe it is a corner, and whether it was or wasn't, it doesn't really matter, because the referee now has called an end to the half time. The first half, and the Dinamo players are not very happy there. They're actually protesting and saying, well, he should have blown this after the corner was taken, but the referee is adamant. It's half time now, so we're going to take a break here. Hopefully in this little 15-minute pause that the fog is going to lift, because at the moment it is really, really awkward to commentate. It's awkward to watch, and certainly awkward to play in it. But nonetheless, it's halftime here at Churchill Reserve, and the score reads 1-0 in favour of the visitors, Melbourne City. go, camera man. All right.
Free sold. No, week off. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not great. It's not.
better from up here than it is right now.
Welcome back to Churchill Reserve. Welcome back to a foggy Churchill Reserve for the second half of this Senol NPL Victoria Round 18 clash between St Albans Dynamo and Melbourne City. My name is Tonchi Prusak, and with me is Ivan Grgic. Ivan, the score at halftime is 1-0 in favour of Melbourne City. How did you see the first half?
Yeah, thanks, Tonchi. Fascinating contest in this first half tonight. Both sides playing a pretty similar type of system. And, Melbourne City, probably their best chance of the game. They took it. Roland Balla made no mistake cutting in from that left-hand side. And after that moment, both teams had their run of play, but probably no other clear-cut chances for either side. Melbourne City looked dangerous when they could beat the St Albans press. They had their advanced midfielders ready to turn and go. St Albans did well to hold them out and keep it at 1-0. They'll be looking to fire a few shots of their own. Second half action about to kick off here. As Adam Bavkar is ready to get this one back underway. And Tonchi, of course, St Albans have a few attacking options on their bench, as they always do. We'll see how long they hold off, if they change their system a little bit. As Gerald, robust challenge there from Michael Martinovic. And Akeem Gerald has come off second best from that hip and shoulder.
Let's go!
Ball on this near side. Gerald. Cholina turns. Looks at the long ball to Cook. Cook looking to use his pace. Lockie Charles. Venturing out from his box. Does well to intercept. Yeah, I don't think it was pretty evenly matched first half, Tonchi, but it'll be interesting to see who can gain ascendancy early in the second half.
Yeah, the only thing that separates these two sides was a 10th minute goal by Roland Balla. His 10th goal of the season. And apart from that, it was a seesawing affair. We saw Dinamo have several chances, but none of them really troubled the Melbourne City custodian, Lockie Charles. There's Cholina now, knocking it down. Little flick on there by Nicholas Cook. Jerome Turan now, back to Cholina. Goes inboard. Turan, Anderson. Switches it on the far side. Weir. Back to McFarlane. We're doing a good job trying to identify the players over there. Back to Anderson. He'll switch it once again on that far side, looking for Monek. Aravanas gets it out on the right-hand side for Melbourne City. City now going forward. I think that was Polyzitis, but I have no idea. Now that was Roland Balla. He was dispossessed, but the ball ricochets to a teammate of his, and it's Melbourne City with the ball in possession right in front of the grandstand area. Charles now to his left, where he finds the captain, Ryan Calms. He calmly knocks it back to Charles. Baker now. To Balla. And one of the Melbourne City players is down. Is that Boston? Well, because Gerald, actually. Akeem Gerald. And he's certainly in the wars in these opening stages of this second half. But we had a couple of progress scores from other games as well. Is that right?
Yeah, Oakley Cannons with a 1-0 win away at Heidelberg. Dandenong City still 2 goals to the good, I believe. Altona Magic were 1-0 up against the Bentley Greens. And now Dandenong City have added a third. It's now 3-1 to Dandenong City against Avondale. So 4 games of Senol NPL Victoria action tonight. Of course, no VPL 1 or VPL 2 football this weekend. I'm sure we're all getting our football fix at the moment, Tonchi, with the FIFA World Cup occupying a lot of our times. Fantastic with the early morning starts. And you know, those games that nudge into the start of the workday, we don't mind them either. So it's been good to watch. Concluding stages of the group stage. Australia through as runners-up in Group D. With, could be said, a dour 0-0 effort today, but nonetheless did enough to get the chocolates and finish in second place. And they will face the second place team out of the group of Belgium, New Zealand, Egypt and Iran. So hoping we avoid Belgium. We'll see how we go, Tonchi. As Bulic comes to this right-hand side. Martinovic, Balla. Martinovic gets the better of him. Goes inboard. Looks for the switch. Leban's hot. Switches. Here's Chudder. 1v1 against Boston. Boston does well to intercept, and Adam Bavka points for a corner kick, Tonchi.
Now, for you kids watching it from home, Leban there scanned that beautifully. He saw a player on his left-hand side, and his head just tilted. Or as soon as he got the ball, he knew where he wanted that ball to go in that left corner. And it's paid dividends because it is a corner kick now for the home side. And if you folks at home can identify those players on the far side, you're doing a better job than me and Ivan here. From our vantage point, City now intercepts on the far side. And a little flick on. This is dangerous for St Albans. Bullich comes off his line. He's Baker now. Gerald. He's been very active in these opening stages of this second half. Calms. Knocks it back to Charles. And the youngsters from Melbourne City are certainly looking like they're very much in control of proceedings at the moment. Cholina. Leban going for a high rainmaker, I think they call those type of shots. Gerald again. McFarlane now. Clearing it away. Leban now. Golevsky to Cholina. He flicks it over top looking for and finding on that far side. Joey Monek. Can he control it? He can. Back to Weir. To McFarlane. They're knocking the ball around pretty confidently. But possession, you've got to do something with it. And at the moment, neither side are really able to test the opposing keeper. A couple of 1-2 passes beautifully done there. But Dinamo loses the ball as the Sky Blues now have the ball. Looking to make a defence into attack. McIntosh gets it to Bella. And calls for offside, turned down. Bullich was able to get his foot there. Charan now goes around one player. He's knocked down. He's going to get a free kick here. Good passage of play. End-to-end stuff here at Churchill Reserve.
Golden opportunity there on the counter-attack. Melbourne City slipped in. Roland Balla. Marko Bullich, fantastic save with the outstretched right foot. Balla probably could have taken another touch and slotted it to the left-hand side. But Bullich did extremely well at full stretch down to his right. Keeps St Albans in the game here. Turnover again in the middle of the park. Sloppy couple of minutes from St Albans. McIntosh out wide. Ball coming into the box. Well done from Martinovic. Awkward one to deal with. Balla was right behind him, waiting for any slip up. But Martinovic heads away. And it will be a corner kick for Melbourne City. Calms and Aravanis head into the box. Of course, the Melbourne City centre-back Jaden Natsovsky did score a double the last time these two sides met. Let's see if they can get some more joy from one of their defenders here. Ball to come in from the far side to the back post. Finds his man, unable to get enough power on it to trouble Bullich, and that was Tobias Servin, Melbourne City's number 9. Here's Martinovic opting for the ball into the channel. Just comes through at an awkward height for Nick Cook. So far in this one, Akeem Gerald and Roland Balla being probably the two most damaging players, alongside Aaron Cartwright as well on that right-hand side. All very dynamic in that front three. Ball comes across, right-hand side. Chadha and Monik, they've swapped wings. Chadha unable to do anything useful that time. Ball comes back to McIntosh. Diagonal. Here's Cartwright. Looking to cut on his left. Polizudis to Cartwright. Can't get a shot off. Pullback. Turnover. Cholina. Here we go. Joey Monik on the counter-attack. It's 2v5. Let's see what St Albans could do with the lack of numbers. Monik, left foot strike. Good defending, and that will be a St Albans corner kick. We will have a couple of substitutions here. Emmanuel Peters and Mikael Platt are coming on. And Joseph Monik and Jerome Chadhan will be the two players to make way. Two attacking substitutions here. Again, to recap, Peters and Platt on, Chadhan and Monik off.
Well, Cameron Watson had to make a change, and he's made a very decisive change. 2 attackers, 2 of his impact players coming on. So we did say early in the piece that the Dinamo had a lot of firepower on the bench. Well, they've decided to use that firepower with a good look. There's plenty of time. There's a good 35 minutes at least left in this game as we stay with this corner. Floated to the back post, and Nicholas Cook headed it down. But Charles was able to intercept. And in fact, was that a corner or a goal kick? It looks like it is going to be a goal kick. But on that occasion, Cook had a gilt-edged opportunity at the back post there. But the ball went straight down and evaded any problems. As City now on the far side, they're going to get a free kick about 5 metres inside their attacking half. As Leban, Anderson, or Martinovic back to Anderson. He goes out looking for Peters, but the ball went a little bit astray, and it was a Melbourne City throw. Peters intercepts, but the ball goes out of play. And there's still plenty of time, but it's desperation times at the same time. Because Dinamo know they need to really apply consistent pressure, and not only that, they need to manufacture a goal-scoring opportunity. They haven't done enough of that tonight, have they?
They've had their flashes. They probably just haven't created enough clear-cut chances. Joey Monek had a good opportunity on his left foot in the first half. A few dangerous balls into the box from Lockie Weir as well. Unable to really test Lachlan Charles in that City goal. Here's a long ball looking for Bala. Runs through to Marko Bulic. So with these substitutions, Manny Peters has come onto this right wing, and Mikael Platt will be operating in that number 9 role to match the number on his back. Looks like Golevsky and Joseph Cholin are playing as a bit more advanced midfielders. And then Nick Cook on the left-hand side. Here's Leban, turnover, challenge. And Adam Bavkar does not like what he sees there. And that will be a yellow card to Anthony Leban. With these slippery conditions, there's always going to be a few slide tackles. Just got in a little bit late there. And Adam Bavkar puts Anthony Leban's name in the book. No real rash challenges tonight as of yet. But, yeah, there were 2 players there ferocious for that ball. And Leban just got there a little bit late.
That he did, and probably ill-timed that a little bit. But I reiterate that aggressive streak. And it is good if it's controlled. And a little bit of a push there by Mikael Platt is going to get a free kick awarded against him. The Dinamo captain Joseph Cholin are having a word with the ref, disputing that. Bavkar hasn't been on the in the good books of Dinamo after calling the first half, blowing the whistle just before the corner. The players from the home side haven't forgotten that. As speaking of the home side, it looks like they are preparing another substitution. City now. Flying attempt there by, I believe that was Aaron Cartwright. And there is going to be another substitution now. Looks like Joshua Golevsky coming off to be replaced by Atsushi Inoue. So, more attacking-minded players across the middle of that park. Golevsky's had a solid game. He had some opportunities, probably more so in the opening stages of the first half. But as the game sort of starts to progress now past the hour mark, Platt now. Peters, he's got Martinovic down his right side. He gets there, He tries to cross it in, but it's going to be a throw in. The City defence was able to prevent a corner, and it will be a throw in to the boys in blue, the navy blue, or the royal blue.
Fantastic back-to-goal play there from Mikael Platt. He offers something that probably Nick Cook doesn't. Nick Cook, well, he has that pace, but Platt definitely has the strength. As that ball into the box caused a bit of havoc.
Bring him up, bring him up.
But it did fall, luckily, for Lockie Charles. Looks for the diagonal ball. Can't get it past Anderson. Akeem Gerald, bit too eager to win that one. Gets his body in the way. St Albans looking to go quick. Still plenty of time, but the urgency's just up to notch. Marty. Not his best ball, Martinovic. Buller. Just gets clipped.
Come on, man.
And despite the disagreements for the St Albans bench, Bavka does call a free kick
Go,
there.
come on, let's go. Come on, Manny, back, go, come on. Up and in,
Melbourne
up
City
and in,
happy
up
to keep
and in.
the ball. No substitutions from them as of yet.
Maybe I said up and in for a reason.
Maybe one coming shortly. Here's Carnes. Inboard to McIntosh. Out to Aravanis. Back to Charles. City happy and content to keep possession here. Try and draw St Albans out. There's space here for Akeem Gerald if they can find him. Now he bombs on. And now there's Bala. Switch to the right-hand side. Ball about to come back in. Cut back. And that has been awarded a goal. I'm not sure who it's come off. Nice bit of play from Melbourne City. Ball came in. Isaiah Boston was inverted. Ball went out wide. There was a cutback. And Melbourne City now 2 goals to the good.
Can you tell him, Jackson?
As they are preparing a couple of substitutions of their own. Looks like it's Luca DeMuth and Thomas Nasso coming on for Tobias Servin. And also Akeem Gerald. So just to recap, 2 substitutions for Melbourne City, Luca DeMuth and Thomas Nasso on for Tobias Servin and Akeem Gerald. St Albans will be disappointed with that one. They had a few moments of their own. And Melbourne City pierced through the St Albans midfield. Overlapping runner on the right-hand side. Here they go again. Looking for a third. Ball into the middle of the field. Bavka waves that one away. Ball out wide. St Albans retreat. Back to Bullich. Anderson peels out. McFarlane an option also. Bullich happy. He's put his foot on the ball. Assess his surroundings. Diagonal to the left-hand side. Intercepted by Boston. And that could have been the nail in the coffin there, Tonchi. 2 goals will be awfully tough for St Albans to get back into this one.
I mean, time's certainly on their side. I mean, we've only gone, 65 minutes, so there's plenty of time left in the game. But that certainly would have knocked the stuffing out of them for sure, without a doubt. And it's the problem with Dinamo tonight has been they've had possession. They've looked dangerous at some stages, but like that, where they're just getting rid of the ball and frustration starting to creep into the game. And certainly that was, in their eyes, a very controversial goal, very disputed. They said that the ball hadn't crossed the line, so that certainly rattled them a little bit. And City now going really, really into attack. Boston now looking forward, for Bella. but it's Dinamo with the throw in. And look, I guess maybe the next 5 to 10 minutes are going to be critical for Dinamo. They need to pull one back, not only to reduce that deficit, but also to get their confidence back. And at the moment, I think their confidence seems to be a little bit down, and they're struggling with that. Remember, this is a team that inflicted a 5-0 win early in the season, so there is still a little bit of that psychological trauma left. But Dinamo, here's an opportunity with the new man on the park, Atsushi Inoue, going forward, but that comes to no avail there, and City very quickly has the ball in their possession. Calm. He goes back to Charles. Charles has certainly done everything that has been expected of him, and it's been a very, very impressive performance by the youngsters from City. Very controlled, very as now we see Bella is brought in. Referee waves play on, and the ball's going to go out. It's going to be a throw in to St Albans Dinamo. Now the frustration is being interchanged, and it's the Melbourne City players and coaching staff that are feeling that frustration with that decision. Polyzoudis now on the left-hand side. Knocks it back to Bella, the scorer of the first goal. Inches it forward to McIntosh, who's inside the box. Martinovic now. Back to Anderson. Cholina slices it across the park. Platt now goes forward looking for Nicholas Keck, who's brought down. There's going to be a card here, I'd say. Yes, there is. I just can't see who received that yellow card.
Fantastic question, Tonchi. Might have been Aravanis with the slide tackle there. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in on this stream. The fog has well and truly taken centre stage here tonight at Churchill Reserve. Nonetheless, it was Nick Cook on the break. Good hold-up play. Mikael Platt slipped Nick Cook through. And they've got a golden chance to whip a dangerous ball in on the edge of the Melbourne City box here. St Albans with plenty of numbers in the box. And likewise, Melbourne City with all 11 of their men inside their defensive 18-yard box. Ball about to come in. Right foot delivery into Charles. Deflection. Lucky Charles got lucky there. Tried to punch it away into a St Albans player. Fell straight back into his lap. Now he looks for the diagonal ball. 2v1. Matthew Baker, of course, recently debuted for Indonesia. Does well to intercept there, Baker. Finds Nasso. Didn't have much on there. Peters. Nasso. Peters, too strong. Comes. Inboard. Inouye. Here we go. Leban. Looking for Cook on the left-hand side. Has an outlet. Comes on this right-hand side. Melbourne City launch an attack of their own. Ball on this left-hand side with Aaron Cartwright. He's come across from his right wing position. Baker skips Calms, goes to Aravanis. And City go out to Boston. Step overs. Some trickery. Slips the ball in behind. Nasso. Ball comes back out. And now ball into the box from City. Into the hands of Michael Bulich. Melbourne City with some very nice interplay on that right-hand side in the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Looking very slippery, looking very skillful, looking very, very impressive. And it's Dinamo now. Leban in the middle of the park. The pace that this game has been played, particularly in the last 5 to 10 minutes, is incredible. And a magnificent strike there by Peters that had hit the upright and went out. But on his right-hand side there, good build-up play through the middle of the park by Anthony Leban. And look, we keep on saying there's plenty of time. It's 70 minutes gone, so there's at least 20, maybe more minutes to go of this game. So anything can happen with one goal. I did say the next 5-10 minutes are important. Well, 5 minutes have elapsed since I made that statement. Melbourne City now with the ball deep inside their defensive half. Charles. Cholina tried to intercept but wasn't able to do so. And now the City players have got a lot of space. This is dangerous for St. Albans. The substitute dinks it to McIntosh. That was Nasso who set it up for McIntosh. And it's now Peters on this right-hand side. He's brought down a sliding tackle. Well-timed tackle there by Carlms. Ball goes out of play. And Emmanuel Peters gets himself up. And there's going to be another double substitution now for St. Albans. Looks like Alexander Sapivarowski is going to come on for Anthony Leban. And Ajak Dieu is also coming on for Michael Martinovic. So another double substitution there for the home side.
Yeah, St. Albans made all of their changes now. Fresh legs on the field. Sapivarowski will probably operate in that midfield position. And Ajak Dieu straight onto right back. Straight swap for Michael Martinovic. Inouye on the half turn. Looks for Platt. Peters cuts inside. Platt, cut back. Not enough power. But it will be a St. Albans corner kick. Ajak Dieu, Nickel Platt, Aaron Anderson getting up there, chilling on the edge of the box. Plenty of height. Need a good delivery here. A few of their corners have struggled to beat the first man. With this fog, you just need to get it in the mix-up. It can wreak havoc. Looks like it's Lockie Weir. 2 hands up. Might mean back post. Might not. It is back post. And that will be another corner kick on the opposite side. They go quick. Cholina whips it in. Good ball again. Just can't beat that first man. Falls for Weir. Audacious strike. Not the worst effort, but just a little bit too tame. Of course, he has scored from further out than that. The absolute worldy strike against Oakley, which definitely was a cross, but he will claim it 100%. Melbourne City with the ball on this right-hand side. Right-hand far side. Turnover. Peters on this right wing with plenty of space. Can they get it across to him? Bit of pace on this left. Could be Nick Cook. Cuts it back. Intercepted. Good defending. Carlms and Aravanis have dealt with a lot of what's been thrown at them tonight. Resolute in defence. So too has Lockie Charles, been solid.
Well, we're almost into the last quarter of an hour of this enthralling contest. And the pace continues to be frenetic. The pace continues to be at a ridiculously fast pace. You can understand that from Melbourne City, the youthful enthusiasm that they obviously possess. Dynamo as well. Like, they are throwing the kitchen sink at the moment at the Citizens. As Melbourne City go back into attack once again, posing enormous pressure for the home side, who are 2-0 down. And as the live ladder suggests at the moment, City would be in the top 6. And takes a little deflection off one of the Dynamo defenders. So it is now going to be a corner for Melbourne City. After just moments earlier, it was a corner at the other end of the park. an opportunity here for the for both teams to take a bit of a breather, but I'm going to take a bit of a breather because this is just full on at the moment.
I think that was Angus McIntosh there with that strike that was just blocked. Good defending from St Albans, trying to stay alive in this contest. This ball going to come in from this far side. Again, can't be the first man. Shouts of handball. Bavka waves it away. Melbourne City looking to go early from this throw-in if they can. Paravanis shows that they won't retreat from this throw. Not long left here at Churchill Reserve. St Albans with the turnover. Ball over the left-hand side, just sneaks out of play. I think it will be Isaiah Boston to bring it back in. Aravanis across to Charles. Goes past Charles to Carms. Inboard to McIntosh. Good pressure on Baker. Melbourne City throw deep in their own half. St Albans one-on-one here at the back. Rhea has Cartwright to deal with. Anderson tight on Nasso. Here's Peters with some trickery of his own. Out to Spivarovsky. Rhea. To McFarlane. Spivarovsky peels out to the left-hand side. Ball comes out right to Anderson. Into the channel. And Peters with an awkward one there. Can't quite control it. Demuth. Back to Carms. To Charles. Does well to spray it out wide. Melbourne City looking for a diagonal ball here. Try and unlock this St Albans defence again for the third time. They find it. Roland Bella, 1v1. Ajak Jew. Run in behind from Thomas Nasso. Anderson, strong. Ball in dispute. McIntosh, good touch. Drives. Is he going to pull the trigger? He won't. He'll go out wide to Cartwright on his preferred left. Comes back inboard. And that one is over the back fence of Churchill Reserve as Melbourne City and Stuart McDonald turn to their third substitution of the evening. The goal scorer, Roland Balla, will make way for Dimitri Vlanes. It must be said, that kit looks 2 sizes too big for him, but that's what these young fellas here at Melbourne City are all about. As Balla has done well tonight. One of the better players for Melbourne City. Attacking outlet on that left-hand side. Caused problems. Fantastic opening goal to set Melbourne City on their way tonight.
It's been very impressive performance, and the composure from these young players has been absolutely exemplary. It's been fantastic to watch, actually, and forcing mistakes just like that one on that occasion. And the City aren't finished there. They're looking for a third goal, and on that occasion he wasn't able to control it so well. The sub that just came on, he managed to kick that ball out. Goal kick for St Albans Dynamo. But time is running out. Time is running up very, very fast. Knocked it down to Dieu. Ball goes out of play. Right in front of our commentary position, right on the halfway line. Jack Dieu. Back to Anderson. Switches it to his left, finding Bullage. Bullich goes over on the far left-hand side. Inoue, I think that was him. Ball is with the St Albans at the moment. McFarlane. It's anyone's guess at the moment which player's got it over there on that side. McFarlane intercepts. It's back with him. Weir over on the far side. Inoue. He's got about 3 or 4 Melbourne City players to contend with. City now come away with the ball. Looking to turn defence into attack. And a rapid one at that. Baker now. City knocking the ball around rather confidently. Peters tried to intercept on that occasion. Cholina now bearing down, but Demuth knocks the ball away. The last moment. Cholina now. A little nutmeg there to Pivarowski. Inoue now manages to slip out of that one. Mikael Platt now. He's got a bit of space. Turns around, a shot, but it's deflected off a City defender, and it's going to be yet another corner now in that far pocket near the dressing room entrance. And probably less than 10 minutes to go now. Certainly 8 minutes to go of regulation time, and then whatever time is added on. But there hasn't been too many stoppages, so I dare say maybe 10 minutes at the most, Ivan.
Yeah, nice sliding tackle there from Ryan Carnes to block that shot. Good bit of play from Mikael Platt. Ball to the back post. Across goal. Can't get it in. Ball gets cleared. Cholina retreats to Weir. Back to Bullich. Cholina. Square ball across the park. Finds his target in Weir. Cholina with time and space to drive. Diagonal ball just under here. Turnover. City come away with it in the middle of the park. Cartwright asked for it. He skips him. Now Cartwright gets it. To the right-hand side. Well intercepted. Good forward run from Isaiah Boston. St Albans trying to launch an attack of their own. But Isaiah Boston does well to recover. Switch of play here. Peters. Now the ball comes to Baker. Misplaced pass. Turned over. Inoue to Cholina. Bavco waves it away. Letting them play. Here comes Vlains on this left-hand side. St Albans do well to take care of that one. Angus McIntosh, another good performance from him tonight. Here's Platt, 1v1 with Carms. Pace, strength, Carms as well to read it all. Charles
You're fucking dreaming, man.
goes inboard. Cam Watson just imploring his troops to press a bit higher up the park. Melbourne City able to play out of that one a little bit too easily for his liking. As it looks like it's Christian Polizudis. It's gone down. He's looking for some treatment. And yeah, Tonchi, the fog has cleared. It was looking rather disastrous at the end of that first half, but we can see again pitch 2 in the background. There is some still some action going on between Mill Park and St Albans Saints women's team over there on pitch 2.
We can see. We're thankful for that, yes. Well, 5 minutes to go of regulation time. It looks like there's an opportunity for a hydration break. And there's going to be another substitution now for Melbourne City, so they're certainly turning to their bench. Julian Recchia about to come on. And coming off was Christian Polizidis, was it? certainly looks that way. There's going to be another substitution as well. Jake Polowski coming off Dominic Aravanis. So both coaches going for the full amount of substitutions for tonight. It has been a cracking game, played at a cracking pace, and no wonder that some of these players are cramping up and really struggling to keep up. But now. Peters to Platt, back to Peters. Here's an opportunity for Dinamo to the back post, but there's no one there. Nicholas Cook chases that ball. City now. It's Dinamo. Cook, I think, on that side. Tries to get past his play, cannot do so. Demuth had that ball. It's once again Melbourne City now. They're knocking it back, and I keep going on about the composure, the calmness on the ball from these young players. It actually has been an absolute delight to watch tonight. Luca Demuth goes back to his captain. I think it's Calms there. Baker certainly knocking it around rather confidently. Recchia, who just came on, gets dispossessed. Cook now. Just inside the box. He's blocked. Nonetheless, it's going to be a corner for St Albans Dinamo. 87 and a half minutes gone. They need something from this passage of play, Ivan.
Yeah, Cam Watson just imploring his troops, just press on, take a bit of a gamble. 2-0 down, nothing to lose here tonight. Their goal difference isn't the best already, so they don't really need to protect that. Might as well throw the kitchen sink at Melbourne City and see if they can get one, or even two. Ball comes out. Cholina, edge of the box. That's deflected. And that will be a corner kick. Well called from Adam Bavkar. Melbourne City players not happy with that decision, but did take a clear deflection on the way through. Ball inboard. A lot of bodies surrounding Charles. City come away with it. Ajak Dew against Lanes. Cholina these crest, but gets away with it. Good composure from Joseph Cholina. Resets through Bullich. McFarlane to Weir. Left hand side. Inouye operating in the number 10 role. Cholina in the defensive midfield post. Happy to be patient. Bit more urgency required here. Ball to Anderson. Over to Jew, who's inverted. Finds to Pivorowski. Back to Jew. Miscues that one. Melbourne City will launch themselves. Out wide on this right-hand side. Numbers in the box. Cartwright on his right foot. Vlanes. Oh, goal line clearance. Dimitri Vlanes almost opened his account. And a good goal line clearance there from St Albans. Holding on for dear life. Can they conjure up a couple of chances of their own, Tonchi? Not many minutes left.
We're into the 90th minute now. 30 seconds left of regulation time, and St Albans can really count themselves lucky on that occasion, not conceding a third goal. But the danger isn't over. There's every opportunity for the visitors to score a third goal. Pilovsky going for the back post. Bullich, who's been pretty confident in handling the ball tonight. He's done well. As ball now goes end to end, from one end of the field to the other end. Platt. We've got 4 minutes of time to be added on. So still another 4 minutes. And Charles there, who's had an absolutely fantastic game. An impressive game without being called on too much, but nonetheless, everything he has been required to do, he's done very well. Cholina has been very, very active for Dinamo in this second half. can see the frustration on his face there when the threaded ball just didn't go the way he wanted it to go. Dayu. McFarlane now out to Weir, who's probably been Dinamo's best player. Nicholas Cook now tries to get around his opponent. He's right in the corner there, and he's going to earn a corner. But many corners in his second half, right in that left pocket, but just they're unable to penetrate the resolute Melbourne City defensive one.
So they go short, ball into the box. Good defending, appeals for a push, waved away from Bavkar. As you mentioned before, Tonchi, Melbourne City with this win, they'll spring up into 5th position on the live ladder, jumping Caroline Springs, George Cross and South Melbourne. There is a bit of a gap with the top 4, with Oakley, Hume, Avondale and Heidelberg occupying those positions. But yeah, Melbourne City will be on 26 points, with the game in hand, of course. That earlier game a few weeks ago against Preston Lions will have to be rescheduled. Melbourne City definitely putting in a charge for finals football. As for St Albans, with that Dandenong City result, they will be stuck in 10th position. Five points ahead of safety. Sipivarovsky. Another 50-50 challenge. Nasso. Cholina in a race. Bullich reads it well. Mark Bullich was off his line in a flash there as soon as he had an inkling of any danger. And of course, looking forward to the fixtures for next week. Melbourne City on the road against Altona Magic. And St Albans Saints, their task does not get any easier. They play the defending champions, Heidelberg United, away on Friday night at Olympic Village. Free kick called from Bavkar against Aaron Anderson. This might be one of the last plays of the evening, Tonchi.
Yes, less than a minute to go. And it'll be interesting to see who's going to line up to take this. Nasso. No, he steps away. It looks like it's going to be Recchia. Indeed it is. Julian Recchia. He's over the ball. 4-man wall at the moment. Nasso moving back in. Recchia now. And, he really tests Bullich there. Bullich flying save. Tips it over the crossbar. Concedes a corner, but he's quite happy for that to have happened. And just as was the case at the end of the first half, just before the corner was to be taken, on this occasion, the referee has blown his whistle to signify the end of proceedings. And in the end, a very deserved 2-0 win to Melbourne City. Dinamo can count themselves very unlucky for not being able to capitalise on the numerous opportunities they had. And it'll be back to the training track this week ahead of next week's big clash with Heidelberg United at Olympic Village. Melbourne City, they walk off the pitch knowing that they have entered the top 6, as the live ladder suggests, and a 2-0 win to take them back to Casey tonight. And that is it from both of us here at Churchill Reserve. It has been a cold, it has been a foggy Friday evening, but we certainly hope that you have enjoyed tonight's live stream. Good night. Bye-bye.
One vote. Maybe Gerald too, and Bella too. Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah. You want me to copy it? Thanks, mate. Take care. Warm up. Always a pleasure, mate. You're early. Thank you.